All the little creatures of the world are completely at home in their environment. They blend in. You'll see the little animals in the woods, they blend in with the trees. And you'll often see a deer, and all of a sudden the deer's there. The deer was standing there before, you just didn't see it. It blended in with the trees and the leaves and everything. You and I are the only creature on the planet that's totally disoriented in our environment. And that's because we've been given the higher faculties to create our own environment. Now, the problem with most people is they don't understand that. The average individual is going by what they hear, see, smell, taste, touch. And for very good reason, they've been programmed and they've been trained and conditioned to live that way. So they go by what they see outside. Their outside world is really controlling them. But if we do a little homework, we're going to find out that we have higher faculties: perception, the will, reason, imagination, memory, intuition. These are all higher faculties. These enable us to tap into universal intelligence, solve any problem, create anything that we want. We're really creative beings. We're God's highest form of creation. No other form of life, so far as we know, has the ability to do that, but we can do it. Now, unfortunately, most people don't do it. I've been doing it since I was 26. I'm doing a better job now than I was when I was 30, let's say. When I was 26, I started to understand this, and I've continually studied every year, and I continually expand my level of awareness. And by doing that, my life has improved. But when I was a kid in school, I was leaving public school, and I asked Miss Strawn, who was a beautiful lady, she was the grade 8 teacher, Miss Strawn said to me, "Bob, where are you going?" Meaning what high school? I said, "I'm going to Malvern Collegiate." "Oh, Bob, don't go there. Don't do that, Bob. You'll never do well in the business world. Go to Danforth Tech, Bob, and learn a trade." What did I know? She was like God to me. So off I went to Danforth Tech. I was only there a month. I shoved my thumb into a bandsaw to cut the end off. They had to sew it back on. And you know that thumb's still cold all these years later. When it's cold, that thumb hurts. I'm almost useless when it comes to trades. I don't fix things around the house even, but I'm extremely creative. I'm a great writer. I come up with wonderful ideas. I can create great programs. But I never knew that until I was 26. So it was time from when I was 15 when I went there, and I was only there a couple of months and they asked me to leave. I live from the outside in, and that's what most people do. I didn't understand I had these higher faculties. Nobody taught me until I was 26 and I began to study this. And it was quite a while after I started to study that I understood what did separate us from all of the rest of the animal kingdom. Now, the truth is, everything is connected. There's nothing that's separate from anything else. We live in an ocean of motion. Everything we see is an expression of spirit or is energy in one state or another. But energy is all connected. It operates on frequencies, and those frequencies are joined together. They're hooked up to the one above and the one below. So everything in this universe is connected. We're the highest form of creation, and that's why we have these higher faculties. And I believe if we would spend our time really studying these, we could create a marvelous life for ourselves. I have created a wonderful life for myself, and I've helped a lot of other people do the same thing. I'm no better than them, and I'm no worse than any. We're all the same. We just operate with different levels of awareness. And as we start to understand these higher faculties, that does separate us from all the rest of the animal kingdom, that's when we take control and create the kind of life we want, because we're capable of doing that.
Check us out at ProctorGallagherInstitute.com for tips, tools, and resources.